We're also tracking some reports that Iranian state media has put out a video that appears to threaten President Trump's youngest son, Barron Trump. Kelly O'Donnell is joining us now. And Kelly, I understand you just heard from the Secret Service?
That's right. Of course, the Secret Service considers Barron Trump among the protectees in the president's family. The president, first lady, the children, the grandchildren are all currently protectees, as well as former presidents and first ladies. So this is certainly on the Secret Service radar. They tell me that they are aware of the video and they would investigate anything that can be perceived as a threat toward our protectees. Now, out of a concern for operational security, referring to all the ways that they do their work of trying to protect those close to the president, we do not discuss matters of protective intelligence. The intelligence piece of that is they are always trying to gain information about likely threats, potential threats, areas of concern with respect to anyone close to the president. We know we've been in a heightened environment of threats toward President Trump himself, including the maneuvers that were talked about in the last couple of weeks, where he switched aircraft coming out of Turkey because of concerns about a threat from Iran. This focused on his youngest son. We've also seen separately how Iran is taking a cultural piece of using videos, some of them with a bit of a humorous tint, some of them really sort of exaggerated and cartoon-like, to argue against the Trump administration as a part of what you might say is propaganda in the war from the Iranian perspective. So if Barron Trump is perceived as a target here, the Secret Service is certainly aware of it, they say, but they're not going to discuss it. The White House declined to comment at all. Hallie?
Okay, Kelly O'Donnell, thank you very much for scrambling up for us on that developing news. Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.